pregnant yet. This shift in her attitude shows the power of faith and trust in God. Though her circumstances hadn't changed, her heart had. She believed that God had heard her and would act in his perfect timing.
Yeah.
The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. In her desperation, Hannah could have turned to anger or bitterness, as so many do when faced with prolonged hardship. Instead, she brought her brokenness before God in humility and faith, trusting that he was both willing and able to intervene. What makes Hannah's story even more extraordinary is that she didn't let bitterness or jealousy consume her. Despite Peninnah's constant mocking and the societal pressures around her, she stayed focused on God. Instead of allowing her pain to push her away from him, it drove her to her knees in prayer. And that's a lesson for all of us. In our deepest moments of pain, when the world seems to mock us and hope feels distant, we can choose to turn to the one who hears us. Hannah's story is a powerful testament to the strength of faith and the transformative power of prayer. God, in his faith,
It's the lesson of Hannah. I know you all studied it and you know all about it. And like I said, we read it, right? All of you read the story. You did some study on it. Now you're actually seeing it almost in reality. So to me, when I saw it, I got a different perspective. It brings it home. It brings it home. Even as he narrated, there are some things he said that actually came back to my memory, or some things that I hadn't really thought of. And that's why I asked the question when we started, why did the author decide to go to Hannah to show her faith? Can you think of somebody else in the Bible that had faith beside Abraham? Quite a few people, huh? So the question I asked, well, why Hannah? And we seen that right now. We seen how David had faith. Yeah, we can list, but he decided to choose Hannah.
Answered Hannah's prayer. In the course of time, she conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, which means heard by God, a testament to the fact that God had indeed listened to her cries. For Hannah, the birth of Samuel was not just the fulfillment of a personal desire, but the manifestation of God's promise. The child she had longed for, prayed for, and wept over had finally come into her life. But Hannah's faith did not waver after Samuel was born. She remembered the vow she had made and was fully prepared to keep it. Once Samuel was weaned, likely around the age of 3, Hannah brought him to Shiloh, to the same tabernacle where she had made her vow, and presented him to Eli, the priest. This act of surrender was both beautiful and heart-wrenching. For years, she had dreamed of holding her own child in her arms, and now she was giving him up, dedicating him wholly to the Lord's service. It's important to understand the weight of what Hannah did. This wasn't just a symbolic gesture. Samuel would live at the tabernacle, serving God under Eli's guidance, away from his family. Hannah would see him only occasionally. For most mothers, the thought of being separated from their child in this way would be unbearable. But Hannah's faith was so profound that she trusted God completely with Samuel's future. This act of dedication is significant because it speaks to Hannah's unwavering faith. She could have easily rationalized keeping Samuel at home, convincing herself that she could raise him to love and serve the Lord without sending him away. But she had made a vow, and she was determined to honor it. Her obedience was absolute, even when it cost her the most precious thing in her life. This kind of faith is rare, and it's one of the reasons Hannah's story continues to inspire believers today. What many people might not know is that Hannah's story doesn't end with Samuel's dedication. God, who is always faithful,